everybody, hope you're having a good day. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Gemma and today we're going to do a Pilates Matwork routine. We're going to focus on pelvic, core and lower back stability, a little bit into shoulder stability in some of the exercises as well, and focus on core strength, so abs and into your back. We'll go a little bit into the glutes and outer thighs as well. If you've got any injuries, please listen to your body and adapt to what feels better for you. Just be mindful of your own body and what you're doing. All you're going to need is yourself and a mat, and we're ready to get started. Okay, so let's start off on our back. So we're just going to get settled onto our mat. So bring yourself onto your back. So we're first of all going to just check that we've got our feet, knees, hips, shoulders in line. And we're going to find our neutral pelvis while we do our lateral breathing. So place your fingertips and your thumbs together, so making a diamond shape with your hands. Place your fingertips onto your pubic bone and then place your heel of your hands on your hip bones. While we do our lateral breathing, we're going to go for a deep breath in, tuck the pelvis underneath, and then breath out and release. So we're tucking the pelvis underneath, scoop, 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 and then we're releasing. Don't force it, just nice and gentle as we focus on that lateral breathing as well, which we spoke about in a previous video. So if you haven't done it yet, it's Pilates Fundamentals. We speak about our lateral breathing, we speak about engaging the core, our neutral pelvis, which we'll quickly recap today, but it's in more detail, so check it out. So keeping that lateral breath flowing, going through that anterior and posterior tilt of the pelvis. Taking a deep breath in through the ribcage, expand the ribcage as wide as you can into the sides, and as you breathe out, you're breathing out through your chest, your sternum. So just make your rocks a little bit smaller. So we're trying to find that neutral pelvis. So basically your fingers and the heel of the hand should be in line. So your pubic bone and your hips should be in a nice flat line. So just have a look. Check it's nice and flat, so you're not tucking, you're not overarched, it's nice and flat here. So that's what we call our neutral pelvis, neutral spine. We're going to bring the arms down. All we're going to do is try and keep that neutral spine. If you need guidance, place the hands back on just to check that you're keeping it neutral. We're going to go for one leg to tabletop, so knee floats and then lower down without letting the pelvis move. So we're starting off steady, focusing on the breath. So tabletop with the leg, checking that your knee and hip stays in line. And just think about that you're lifting the leg off nice and lightly, you're not looking into the hip. So imagine a piece of string on your knee and someone's lifting that piece of string up as you lift the leg. So it's really light into your hip. So the piece of string is lifting up and your pelvis is nice and neutral, and we're keeping that lateral breath flowing. If this feels alright, we're going to go for both legs to tabletop now. So lift one and then the other one. So from here, we're going to try and do a toe tap. Keep your neutral pelvis, don't tuck underneath. We're going to go toe tap as far as you can and then bring it in. So as you take the toe out, you're going to breathe in and breathe out. If you're not sure if you're keeping a neutral pelvis, place your hands back onto the pelvis. Just check. Make sure that your pubic bone and your hips are in line. They're nice and flat. We're not tucking underneath. We're not gripping into the hips. We've still got that piece of string on that knee lifting up. Deep breath in, breath out. Just one more on each side. Good. We're going to challenge the body a little bit more. And last one. And back to center. We're going to replace one leg back down at a time. So we're going to do the same thing in our ab prep 1 in Glute Bridge. Let's do a few curls first. So just check again. Your feet are in line, knees, hips, shoulders. Neutral pelvis, arms down by the side. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to scoop the abdominals. We're just going to get a nice sequential movement through the spine. Push into the heels a little bit of your feet so you engage the hamstrings and the glutes. Once you get to the top, we're going to float the arms over past the ears as far as you can. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we're going to slowly peel down through each vertebra, nice and equally through the spine. Once you can't go any further, get back to neutral pelvis and float the arms down. We'll do two more. Deep breath in. And breath out, slowly scoop the abdominals, take your time. Once we get to the top, just check that we've got the ribs cage knitted together. We're going to slowly release, bring the arms back. Deep breath in and breath out, slowly peeling down through each vertebra. So we spoke about core engagement and flip the arms down in the fundamentals. Just a quick reminder, remember what we said about zipping up your pelvic floor. So imagine you need to go to the toilet for a wee, squeeze your pelvic floor, navel to spine, and keep your ribs knitted together. So we need to also think about this core engagement as we come up. So deep breath in, breath out, we scoop the abdominals, pelvic floor is lifted, navel to spine, ribs are knitted together at the top, as well as the hamstrings and the glutes engaging. Maybe just check that your glutes are engaging. Just give it a little poke there. Once we get to the top, we're going to take a deep breath in, float the arms over. Keep that nice long neck. And breath out, slowly peel down through each vertebra, all the way down back to our neutral pelvis that we found. Float the arms. So this time we're going to stay up at the top. Think about that core engagement. Deep breath in, breath out, scoop through the abdominals, pelvic floor's lifted, navel to spine, ribs are knitted together. We're not over flaring and letting the back go. Core engaged. That's it. So from here, we're going to try and lift the leg to tabletop. Now if it feels too much, you could just do a heel lift, lower, and then heel lift, lower. If you can, we're going to lift the leg to tabletop. Lift. Now we want to check that our pelvis is nice and square. So maybe put your hands onto your pelvis and then go for your left leg, lift. So what we're trying to avoid is tilting from one side to the other. Take time, deep breath in. And as you bring it down, breath out. Breath in. And breath out. Good work, no tension in the neck, control. We're using that other leg glute underneath, so the standing leg, the one that you've got the weight on, you're really using that glute to help you. Just go for 4 more deep breaths. We can go for the heel lifts, just go where you feel comfortable. And 1 more on each side, take your time. So really focus on that pelvic stability here. Bit of lumbar stability, control. Good, take a deep breath in, hold it up there. We haven't finished yet. If you can, we're gonna go on one leg. So lift the right leg to tabletop. We're gonna do toe taps, 6 on each side. Let's go, down and up. Breath in, breath out. If it feels too much, go back into your back flat on the ground. 3 more, and you can do the toe taps that we did at the beginning. And last 2, deep breaths, come on. Last 1. Replace it down, center yourself, control. We're going on the left leg. Are you ready? Engage that standing glute, the leg that you've got balancing on. Engage that glute. We're going for 6. Breath in, breath out. 5. Well done. 4. 3. 2. And last 1. 1. Bring it back down. Find that even pressure on your feet. You're going to float the arms up and over. Past the ears, shoulder blades down. Deep breath in. Breath out. Slowly come down through each vertebra. Just take your time. Get that nice sequential movement through the spine. And then float the arms over. Good work. We're going to do the same things, but in our prep too. So when you're ready, bring the hands behind your head. So this is where we're going to think about that core engagement again. Check you've got a neutral pelvis first, maybe have a little look. So you're doing up your skinny jeans. I like using this as well to imagine you're doing up your skinny jeans. So your pelvic floor is zipping up. So that's your zipping up your skinny jeans. You're doing up your top button. That's your navel to spine. Yeah? And then we're just going to think about the ribs knitting together. Yeah? We'll bring the arms behind the head. That's our core engagement. Now we're going to go for a little ab prep 1. Deep breath in, elbows in provisional vision. Imagine you've got 2 pieces of string at the bottom of your rib cage. We're going to they're going to be pulled down towards your hips. So pulling them down towards the hips and then lowering. That's where the action's coming from, not the head. Breath in and breath out. Neutral pelvis, don't tuck. Relax the head into the hands. 4 more here. Breath in, then we're going to start to lift it up a little bit more. Start to take it up. You go where you feel comfortable. Keep that neutral pelvis. Imagine you've got a tennis ball underneath your chin, your islands going past your knees. So make sure your head's not towards the ceiling. Last one, we're going to carry on tabletop with one leg as you come up. Breath out. Breath in. Good work. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. So be careful we don't start to pull on the head. We want to keep a nice long neck. It comes with you. Like I said, you're going to imagine you've got that tennis ball underneath the chin. But no elbows pulling in. Trying to keep the elbows just in the peripheral vision. One more. So we're going to go for our oblique prep now. Rotation. So we think about the left rib going over to the right hip and in. So it's just rotated. It's not about the elbow to knee. The leg stays in tabletop. Good work. Don't forget to breathe. So we should feel those obliques kicking in now. Good. Halfway. We'll go for 6 more. Keep that breath flowing. No pulling on the head. Trying to keep that pelvis nice and neutral. No tucking in the pelvis. Well done. Last 4. Here we go. 3. Really getting that nice rotation. 2. And last 1. And 1. And resting it back down. Good. We're going to go for the toe taps again. So if we can, leave the arms behind the head. If you feel like your neck's had enough, bring your arms down by your side. We're going to lift one leg to tabletop and then the other leg to tabletop. So we're going to lift up here. So finding, keeping that neutral pelvis, shoulder blades off. We're going to tap the right toe down and up. So if this feels too much into the neck, we can come down here. Maybe you could bring your arms opposite. Yeah, your shoulders, palms facing in to make it a little bit more challenging. Just do what you can. Good, 6 more here. Try and reach a little bit further. Don't let it go into your back. Core control. If it goes into your back, don't go as low. Deep breaths. Lifting. Well done. Last 3, nearly there. Stay with me. 2 more. Good. Last 1. We're going to keep the legs in tabletop, slowly lower down, breath in, and on breath out, just have a moment. We're going to go for crisscross now. You could always go to oblique prep, what we did at the beginning instead. So, if you can, we're going to lift up again, deep breath in, neutral pelvis, breath out, come up. So we're crisscrossing, flex the feet a little bit, just imagine you're going to push the air away. You're going to push away, rotate, and rotate. And rotate, and rotate. Push that leg away. If it feels like it's going into your back, you could always think about the leg going more up towards the ceiling instead. Just do what you can. Good, push it away. Last 6, twist. Just feel those obliques kicking in. Control, neutral pelvis, you can do it. Last 2, and 1 more. And then we'll come back to center. And slowly lower down. Bring the knees into the chest, give them a little hug. Just stretch out that lower back. Deep breaths. We're going to bring one leg down at a time. Arms down by the side, feet together. We're going to take the knees over to the right, head to the left. Just check that you're not letting your shoulder blades come off the ground. Nice and flat into the mat. Stretching out that back. And then coming to center, use your abdominals, changing over to the other side. Just go where you feel comfortable, everybody's different. Breathe, open that chest. We'll do 1 more on each side. And now we're gonna get ready to change positions. And just last one here, deep breath. And then back to center. Good, so slowly bring yourself to your side. We're going to come to all 4 position. So bring yourself up. So in all 4 position, we're checking again. So you've got your hands opposite your shoulders. You've got your knees and hips in line. So just try and find that like box shape here. We want to also think about a long spine so the head's not too lifted or too low. So just try and find that eye line, and you've got a long neck. So it should be slightly in front of your hands, and so just at the top of your mat more, but not too far lifted. We've got that neutral pelvis, so be careful we're not arching. we're not scooping. Find that neutral. Navel to spine, we spoke about it. Pelvic floor zipping up, ribs knitted together. It all connects, that core engagement. We think about the sit bones going along, so think about them going straight behind you. So for what we're going to do for this one is we're going to go for a Superman. We're going to stay on one side. So you're going to reach with your right arm forward, your left leg back. Now this might be enough and you're going to come in. Or what we're going to do is we're going to stay out and we're going to lift the leg and the arm together. And then bring it in. Now what we're careful is, can you see I'm over twisting? Yeah, everything's going. Don't think about the height, control, use your back to lift. Try and keep your pelvis nice and neutral. So you've got to imagine that you've got your favourite drink on your pelvis, on your lower back. Don't spill it. That's it. So breathe. Control, deep breath in, breath out. Breath out. Breath in. So 5 more. This is where the shoulder stability also comes in. So we've got to be careful. I'm sinking now in my shoulder. That's not going to help. Push that floor away, shoulder blade down away from the ear. 2. We're going to hold it at the top. Hold. Find that balance. Hold it. Use your back. Control navel to spine. Lengthen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back to center. Take your time. Find that center. Don't let anything collapse. We're going to hover into plank position. Tuck the toes underneath. Deep breath in. You're going to try and lift the knees up. Keep that neutral pelvis. Now if this feels too much, you could come down. You could release and then you could try and come back up again. So you just go where you feel comfortable. If we can, we're going to hold it at the top. Shoulder blades down. Make sure our back isn't going, but at the same time we're not tucking. Long spine. Last 10. Deep breaths. 9, 8. Push that floor away. Energy in the fingers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control it down. We're going straight onto the other side. If you need to shake out your wrist, give them a little shake. We're going one more side and then we're done with our hands. We're going to come down onto our stomach. So when you're ready, extend the left hand, the right leg. Now if this feels too much, remember we could come in and out instead, or if you can, we're going to lift. Now you'll find one side stronger than the other. Yeah, so don't worry about the height, just keep the control. We're trying to keep that pelvis nice and secure, exactly like we did on the other side. Come on, let's go. Deep breath. Control. So lengthening away, watching the shoulder stability. We're not sinking into the arm. We've got last 6. 5, control it, take your time. Imagine someone's pulling the leg away and the arm away. We're long and lengthened, it's not about the height. Engage in that glute as we lift the leg. Engage in that back. We're gonna go for one more here. Are you ready? Last one, lift up, hold. Find it for 10, 9, 8, long. Keep going. Breathe. 5, 4, navel to spine. 3, 2, 1, bring it in. We're going to do one more hover plank, then we can come off the wrists. Deep breaths, core engaged. You can tuck the toes underneath. You can always bring the knees back down if you really need to. Here we go, breath in, breath out, push up. Energy in the arms, so you're pushing into the ground. Careful of the shoulder blades, careful of the neck. Keep that nice long spine. Come on, lift, hold it for 10. Deep breaths, focus on your breath. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, here we go, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower the knees. Let's have the feet together, knees apart, child's pose. Reach forward, just breathe for a minute. Well done. Okay. When you're ready, slowly pull yourself up. We're going to come onto our front now. So coming all the way down onto your stomach. We're going to do some back extensions. So we're going to start with a diamond press to begin. So have your fingers and your thumbs together, so in that diamond shape. And you're going to rest your forehead onto your hands. Have your feet together. I'm just going to turn my head so you can hear me, but you've got your forehead nice and rested onto the hands. So just give your pelvis a little shake, just give it a wiggle from side to side. So we've got the legs lengthened together, longened together. So connecting those in thighs a little bit here. We're going to take a deep breath in, and all I want you to do is think navel to spine. You're going to lift yourself up. It's not about the height. I want you to use your upper back, your shoulder blades to lift up. And then you're going to lower back down. So be careful when you're doing this one. We're not lifting from the head. So I'll do it wrong now. I'm lifting from my head. I want to lift from my shoulder blades. So think about someone lifting your t-shirt, whatever you've got on, up towards the ceiling. My eye line is down. My head's lifted a little bit, but I'm not breaking my neck alignment. So keep the eye line long and lower. Let's go again. Deep breath in, lift up. And breath out. So we think about lengthening the spine. Breath in to lift. Navel to spine, breath out. Good, and breath in. If this one feels okay, we're going to start with our salutes. So we're going to lift the right hand towards the forehead as you come up. If it feels too much, stay with the diamond press, what we've just done. So you're breathing in as you come up. Try not to think about, oh, I need to get high. It's not about the high, I want the length. Try and think about that elbow as you lift, the elbow lifting up. So you're working into your upper back. Your shoulder blades are down and away, so my shoulders are not coming up towards my ears. I'm thinking about the shoulder blades down and away. Good work. Don't forget to keep breathing. Even though I'm talking, you've got to keep breathing. Breathe in as you come up, breathing out as you lower. Good, breath in. Good, we're really working into that back now. Breath in. If it feels okay, let's go for right leg lifts, opposite hand towards the forehead. So left hand towards the forehead. It's not about the height. Breath in, lift. Long in the back. Imagine someone's pulling that leg away from you. It's not about the height. Lengthen. We're engaging the glute again as we lift. Breath in as you come up. And breath out as we lower. We're going to finish these off. Careful you're not rocking your pelvis from side to side. Let's try for 6 more. We're working that back hard. You can do it. Come on. 5. If you need to go back to diamond press, you can, or if it's getting too much, have a little rest. 4. 3. 2. Good, and last one here, and 1, and lower all the way down, and again we're going to push ourselves back into child's pose. This time let's go for your hands towards your feet and just rest your head for a minute. So we're just going the opposite way to what we've been doing. Well done. So these are back extensions. They're not always the easiest, but they're so good for our posture, especially if we're sat a lot over the computer or phone. So it's really important, even if you don't quite like them yet, once you start to understand and it makes your posture better, you'll start to like them. It takes time. Slowly roll yourself up. Okay, shake it out. We're going to finish off. So we're going to come to our sides. We're going to go into a little bit more outer thigh and glute now. So coming onto your side, so in a nice straight line, we're going to have the bottom leg bent, the top leg straight. That's it, good. So we were thinking about all the way through the pelvic stability, core engagement here. So flex the foot. All I want to do is lift the leg and lower. Now I'm also thinking about my underneath oblique, lifting underneath, okay? So I'm not just collapsed down here, just resting. I'm lifting up the underneath. So lift up that side, lift it up. If you want to take the arm to the ceiling, you can. Add the extra balance, don't let the pelvis rock around. So we're just building up slowly, making sure that we're doing everything in the right technique. That is the main point. If you're doing all these big exercises but you're not doing it correctly, then what's the point? We need to make sure that we're really focusing on the correct areas and doing it in the correct way. Good, deep breaths. So we're going to start to feel that outer thigh and the glute working. We'll go for one more here. So keep the leg at the top, you're going to point your foot. We're going to keep that underneath oblique lifted. I'm just going to go for small circles. Now, you might want to place your hand on your pelvis now just to check that you're not letting your pelvis rock around. So it's not about how big you go, oh look, I'm letting my pelvis go. You want to keep that pelvis secure. We're thinking about that pelvic stability. You should feel the glute and the outer thigh working. Good work. We're going to go the other way. Good. Just be careful we're not letting this side as well. Can you see? Can you see I'm letting this side go? I'm over exaggerating just so you can see. We're trying to keep everything nice and controlled and still in the pelvis. That's it. Last 4. Good work. 3. Good. 2. Last 1. Hold it at the top. Hold it. Flex and point. 10. If you want to bring the arm back up, you can. 9. 8. 7. Last bit. Come on. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Bring it back down and rest. Well done. Bring yourself up. Good work. We're just going to go for a little mermaid position. So just getting into a comfortable position here. We're going to bring the hand slightly forward than the shoulder. If this feels uncomfortable, you can go for butterfly here instead. So we're just going to go for a little side stretch in between. We've only got one more side, and then we're going to come over, reach for the thigh, for the shin, sorry, and come back up. So breath in and breath out. Just get a little side stretch, reach, get a nice stretch in the hip. 2 more, deep breath in. Good, and breath out. Reaching over. Last one, breath in and breath out. Reach and back to center. And we're going to change sides. So take your time. We're going to go over to the other side. We'll give those glutes a little stretch after this one. So get yourself comfortable. So we've got the bottom leg bent, top leg straight. So last exercise here. So we've got the lift underneath the oblique, core engaged. We're going to lift up and down. Lift up and down. We can bring the arm up and down. Deep breaths. So lift that leg away. So just making sure that we're not letting the pelvis rock around. We're engaging that underneath oblique. We're lengthening that leg away. Lots to think about. Push that heel away as you come up. It's not about the height. We're going for 5, 4, 3, good, 2, hold it at the top, point the toes. You might want to place your hands on your pelvis. We're going to just check now that we're not letting everything rock around. So you might find that one side is easier. Just make it small. Do what you can. Lift up the underneath. Lift up that oblique. You should be able to place your hand underneath. Lifted. We're engaging. Core engaged. Ribs knitted together. Pelvis secure. We're going to change direction. Control. We're going down and away. Well done. Nearly there. Well done. Keep that control as we go back. Don't let it lift. Last 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. We're going to flex and point for 10. Arm up if you can. 9. Keep that leg lifted. 8. Well done. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. 1. And slowly down. Well done. Coming into our mermaid. So take that leg back. Stretch that front of the hip. Good work. We're going to go slightly in front. Remember, you could go for the butterfly position with the feet if you prefer. Reaching over. So grabbing the shin. Reach, reach, reach. Breath in. Last 3. And over. Last 2. And over. And last 1. And up and over. And back to center. Good, and release. So just to stretch the glutes, we'll do a nice simple one today. So I'm going to just turn so you can see this way. So I'm going to cross the left leg over here, and I'm seated on my sit bone here. So really try to get that length, and then we're just rotating over to the left side. Now if this position feels uncomfortable for your knee, you could extend it same thing. So we could go here. Just go where you feel comfortable. You might need to sit on something to help you lift yourself up. So like a pillow or a block. So just go where you feel comfortable. 5 more seconds. Good, and release. We're going to change sides, so take your time. Get yourself comfortable, extend that bottom leg if you need. Get in on that sit bone. And then we're reaching over. That's it. Lift up tall. And then slowly release. Last one, come to all fours. We're just going to finish with our cat and cow, just to release the back a little bit more. So back into that all four position. We're going to take a deep breath in, extend the spine, and then breath out, push the floor away. And breath in, release. And breath out, push away, energy in the arms. And breath in, shoulder blades down. And breath out. Last one here, energy, lift through the spine, long neck, open the chest and collarbone, breath out, push away. And back to neutral. And just come back to sitting on your heels. Well done. Great work today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the routine. If you did, don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe if you want to do more routines or workouts like this. If there's anything particular you'd like to work on, always let me know and I'll do my best to make a workout routine around it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to working out with you very soon. Have a great day. Bye.